Right, sin. Okay, thank you. All right, greetings to everybody except for white people. The continent of Africa is an absolutely beautiful place. Well, really, the whole planet is an absolutely beautiful place. The problem is not the land. The problem is not the land area, America. The problem is white people on this planet. They are the #1 destroyers of the peace on this planet. If you found a planet that was in a galaxy far, far away, they will find some way, if they can, to get there so that they can break up the peace on that one little small planet. It doesn't matter how much white people have or take. They always want more. In fact, I gotta find this video, but here's, you ever watch Star Trek? They have this group called the Borg. Now, if you listen to what they say about the Borg, you'll realize that they're really talking about white people. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. They're talking about white people. You know, this is what they are. They don't build nothing. They don't create anything. They steal and rob from others. They are cultural bandits. But this is how they are. And there's no way you could be at peace with them. They're psychotic. They don't want peace with nobody. And they have never been able to exist with anyone. They have never been able to coexist with anyone. Now, they will befriend you for the purpose of getting information from you. You know, hi, you know. But white people will play up to you to get information, and then they'll come back to bite you with whatever they told you. That's why I used to, practice, study my research and study white people. I tell them certain things just to watch what they would do with it, knowing that it was not really, going to work out well for them. I watch what they do with it when they thought. And then, funny thing, when I ride the train, I used to make a book. Like, if you're reading a book, serious business, you're reading a book or something, and you're sitting down, white people will try this and you'll see what I'm saying. They'll say, what are you reading? What are you reading? I mean, they always, whenever you're sitting down reading something, what are you reading? What's that book? That's if you look intense into it. So what I used to do was make up fictitious covers with titles for books and watch what happens when white people saw the title. Like, research and study of white behavior. They would actually tip the book up to see what it was. And I would take old books that were like those old paperback books, and I'd create a real nice, with my printer, a real nice book cover. And I would set the book like I'm asleep, when I'm on the train, and I'd be play like I'm asleep, but the book cover showing, how to combat white people behavior on the workplace, in the workplace. And they'd be looking, and you could see it because I have sunglasses on, watching them. And what I would do is I would record them, their expressions when they're looking at the book. And then, like I said, I'm a professional white people research specialist. One of the things I used to do with white people is I take a tape recorder, a cassette player, and I would leave it in my desk while I went out into another area, so that the white people could feel free to say what they wanted to say, because I was sometimes the only black person that worked there. So I would leave for a couple of hours while my cassette player was recording white people at a slow speed. Sometimes they record it would double the time if you put it on the slower speed. And then I would take it, and then I would listen to it on my way home to listen to what white people talked about when I wasn't around. Now, this is probably scaring the heck out of a lot of white people here. Those darn niggers. Darn it. I didn't think they could be that. I learned from you, white people. I learned from you. I learned how dastardly you are. And I took that and flipped the script. Decided I would watch you. Study your behavior using what I heard from you. That's why I used to like those spy movies like I Spy, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Some of you all may be too young to remember this. They used to have a lot of spy shows. White people, Mission Impossible, things like that I would watch. And what it did was it taught me white people's thinking process. You know, I mean, if you ever watch these movies, Enemy of the State, white people are telling you how they think. They tell you how they conduct themselves. The only thing you can count on that if there's any bit of humanity that white people project themselves to have, just know that ain't true. Just know that ain't true. And it's kind of interesting. They had a TV show called Superman. And did y'all know that the guy that played in Superman committed suicide? You know, and I can't tell you how much of an image and impact he had on other people. But it's kind of interesting. The other guy that played Superman, I can't think of his name, Christopher Reeves, it was. He got paralyzed. See, I think these were done as a symbolic symbolism to show black people, do not place white people on any kind of pedestal. Because they're in the movies. That's not reality. That wasn't reality. Yeah, George Reeves was the one that was on there. But if you notice anything about those roles that white people play, something always happens to them. Because what they're doing is that they're trying to set themselves in the mind of non-white people on this planet as God. That's what they're doing. You may not understand that's the programming. What they're trying to do is get you to see them in a way in which they're not. White people are not human beings. So don't honor, don't worship them. And you know what I do with that picture? You know, I went to a store and I told the lady, I said, I need some of those pictures up there. She said, it was one of those Jesus stores, religious stores. I said, I need some of those pictures up there. Give me about 10 of them. Oh, wow. You must be teaching a class. I said, no, I use these for target practice. She said, those are pictures of Jesus. I said, as far as I'm concerned, they're a white man. Give me 20 of them now. I use them for target practice. Get that white man out of your head. He ain't no Jesus. He ain't righteous. He ain't no God. Get those images out of your head. And that may account for some of the behavior of people in the room who are non-white. They got these images in their heads of a white man, a white savior. Now, coming up, we have Easter. Real quickly here. Now, they have a Easter Sunday. I want to talk about what Easter is. Easter is a day in which there's a cave with a stone in front of it. And the stone rolls back. And a figure emerges from the cave. And he don't see a shadow, so he goes back in. I yield the mic.